Welcome to the podcast of K is for Knowledge. Join us for topics about the housing market, world affairs, spirituality, healthy living, mental health, the pandemic, small businesses, entrepreneurship. And here's your host, Queen Sheba.
Hello, kings and queens. Greetings to the Most High. Today's guest is Mr. Clarence Darkwa. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here. And please say hello to my listeners.
Hello, listeners. I hope you guys enjoy the show today, and hopefully we can give you some kind of knowledge in some capacity.
Awesome. Okay, Mr. Clarence. So you have been grinding for a very long time now. Can you take the listeners down memory lane of where you started, where your journey started?
Yeah, definitely. I've always had, coming from Ghana, West Africa, we've always had this, hustler's mentality that is ingrained in I'll say our soul. I moved here when I was 10 years old. I remember the first time I got into business, I was selling fake Jabot jeans and Iceberg and Sean John clothing in high school. That was my first hustle. And so growing up, I've always had this entrepreneurship spirit, even through going through the military and going through those programs. I always came back to doing something on my own, from partner up with a friend to open up a studio in Hickory Hollow Mall. So I've always knew it. I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Just didn't know how. That I've always wanted to, hustle in some capacity, at least for myself.
Got you. Sounds good. Seemed like you always had the hustler mentality coming from Africa. That's a good thing. Your parents must be proud.
Definitely, they are.
All right, so I would like to talk a little bit about your Dash scooter business. Can you tell listeners a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. So, it's a funny story. I was actually sitting with my business partner and best friend, John. We were sitting at the Latins. Well, we always had our meetings at the Latins. It's always been the place where everything has kind of started. Okay. But we were sitting there, and we were, thinking about, we already had these other businesses, and we were just thinking about things, and he just came out, let's do scooters. This was around the same time, right after we thought about this, is when those bird scooters came in town or were coming into town. Yeah. So, initially I thought, okay, that's what he was talking about. But then he mentioned about, doing scooters for like you do in Miami, which I thought was a great idea. We thought it was a great idea because tourism, we already had another business that we're dealing with tourism. The tourism is huge in Nashville. Yeah. But how do people get around, in a fun way and things like that? So we jumped into it. That's like Say No More. Literally went and bought scooters without even knowing what to do. We've never ridden scooters before. Yeah. And went and purchased scooters and things like that. And just, I think we purchased the scooters before we even had a place to where we were going to be at. And we just, worked it and just kind of learned a little bit about how the scooter rental game works. Try to figure out what area we wanted to be in, what, customers like, things like that. And we just, it was like planting the seed and watching it grow, so that's what kind of came out of it. So I always say that we were, just probably having drinks and just came up with this crazy idea.
Just having drinks, right?
Yeah, everything starts with a drink.
So where are you guys located?
Right now at the local distro. Okay. The local is over on Garfield Street. And originally we started a lot of places. Initially we started on 3rd Avenue North at an open vacant parking lot. Yeah. With a storage unit there, and so that's where we're renting out of. It was funny because customers would come. We think we're in Germantown. We think we're in a good neighborhood, but customers would come and they'll feel scared to come around that area. Oh wow! Some weird reason. And then got with one of my mentors and close friend Josh Lundy. He was like, hey, you guys come to the lab. So we were at the lab down on Jefferson Street. So we operated pretty much all of last year over on that location. And then, unfortunately, March 3rd, when the tornado came through Nashville, it destroyed that building, in turn destroying our business.
Oh, wow.
So pretty much, we didn't operate most of this year until probably August, end of August, and we were blessed to be allowed to work out of the local distro. So that's where we are right now.
That's amazing. And I heard a lot of good things about the local distro. Like, they really, really work with Black people. I keep hearing about them over and over. I'll have to pay them a visit. So what type of prices do you guys have?
So our prices basically change. We have two sets of prices. So for Monday through Thursday, with it being a weekday, we start at $40 for 2 hours, $65 for 4 hours, and I think $95 for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And on the weekends, of course, that's when your busy times are. So it's $55 for 2 hours, $85 for 4 hours, $115 for 6 hours, and I think $145 for a whole day. But pretty much the way we look at it, it's a great way for anybody visiting Nashville or anything like that to view the city. If you think about it, if I want to go to the Parthenon and I don't have a car, I would have to probably Uber, to one location, and I have to get another Uber to go to the Gulch area and Broadway and all these places that Nashville has, the beautiful place that Nashville has to offer. Buchanan, if I want to. So with you renting a scooter, you are able to pretty much go when you want to, how you want to, and view the whole city just off of one vehicle.
Amazing. So I thought they stopped the scooters in Nashville like a few years ago.
Yeah, yes, no. So that was a big issue to begin with our business.
Yeah.
Of distinguishing the different type of scooters. So, when the other scooters came in, they pretty much, they just came in and threw it into the city, and like with no regulations. So eventually there was regulations going on and everything like that.
Yeah.
But our scooters, which was something that we had to overcome with customers that called in. We used to get calls of people cursing me out because they said I left the scooter at their yard, or people left scooters at their yard. I've had businesses call me, cops call me, thinking I have those scooters. The difference between our scooters and their scooters is ours is considered a vehicle.
Oh.
We have the same rules as a regular car does. You need a driver's license to be able to drive one.
Yeah.
You don't need a motorcycle license because you cannot get on the interstate. You technically can't go everywhere. But as far as being regular on the street, you have the same right as every car does. You're required to wear a helmet. We have turning signals. So these are motorized vehicles that you can use. So luckily, it doesn't fall under the same rules as those bird scooters are, because those bird scooters were not regulated. Anybody can pick it up, go anywhere, go drink, do whatever. Whereas ours is more controlled. It's timed. We make sure that before the customer leaves, they are completely comfortable enough to drive the scooter.
Okay, I got you. So you said earlier that you guys were affected by the hurricane. How were you affected by COVID?
Well, I'll say this. So the hurricane, the tornado actually came and just kind of destroyed our whole fleet. So we really didn't have any scooters. So what COVID also did was it didn't give us a chance to rebuild fast enough. Of course, we wanted to respect the fact that, everything was kind of shut down. You can't move and things like that. But because we were trying to replenish our fleet the hard way, really, we had to kind of hustle to get our money back up to get the scooters. We weren't able to get the scooters because most of the scooters are coming from outside of the country. So the dealers didn't have the scooters. Yeah. And so pretty much between June and July, when the sun came out and people were itching to go, because for our situation, it's one of those, it's a perfect type of social distancing,
Yeah.
As far as to see everything and still be able to not be crammed into one place. But we weren't able to get our scooters in time because they were delayed. So we really weren't able to operate until, I think we ordered the scooters in May. We didn't get into the end of August.
Oh, wow.
So that COVID really hit us as far as like restarting our business back up and stuff.
Oh, man. So sorry to hear that. But you guys are back up and running now, right?
Yes, yeah, by God's grace, man, we, it's a blessing that we
Awesome.
were able to be able to come back up, and not even come back up only, but to get much better scooters than we had before, much
Awesome.
higher quality scooters, and a great location that customers feel comfortable with.
Yes.
Love being at the lab, but they say God works in mysterious ways,
And
so
wonders to
I'm just
perform.
happy that we're able to rebound, and we've been operating since the end of August,
Yeah.
and it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty solid. So right now,
Awesome.
we're running through the rest of November. We're hoping to shut down in December because of the weather,
Yeah.
and we'll be back up in March with even bigger and greater things. So we're definitely planning to be expand, and definitely expand our reach, of course.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Congratulations, I'm really proud of you guys. Congratulations. So, I want to talk about your party bus, the 5 star. Can you tell the listeners about that?
Yeah, so 5 star, again, it's one of those weird things. So one of my good friends, Frank,
Mm-hmm.
he owns the Nashville Chicken and Waffles. If you guys haven't tried it, please try it.
Oh,
Best chicken
yeah.
and waffles in the city.
Yes.
Uh, he came to my house with his wife, and he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Man, I want to sell the party bus." This is before. This is like actually the first business that we had.
Yeah.
And he came to my house and he was like, "I want to sell the party bus." He had a party bus.
Yeah.
Being a good friend of mine, I was like, "Shop, okay." So me and my best friend decided that, hey, let's go ahead and buy it. So pretty much, anything that can go wrong has gone wrong with the party bus. But in a city where you have tourism going on and people want to ride around, we just provide, for me, party bus is a big Uber that allow people
Yeah.
to drink without having to drive and things like that. So that was our first business that kind of showed us trials and tribulations and
Yeah.
overcoming things. So we're operating real strong right now. We have 2 buses, one that's 30 passenger, one that's 15 passenger,
Mm-hmm.
and operate. We run it just like that.
Awesome. And I know the insurance for the party bus is very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
It's those things you learn. At the beginning you bug the system, but
Yeah.
we thank God we are able to get to a place where we're able to secure it and make sure we're good.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So do your party bus have like the TVs and the poles and the DJ and all that type of stuff?
Well, we allow people to be their own DJs.
Okay.
We do have the TVs in there, which nobody really even watches it because they're too busy drinking and dancing. Um, we have 2 poles in there. Uh, we have 2 poles, Bluetooth speaker, lights, anything that you need to make sure that the party is going well. We have cup holders. We provide ice and cups on each ride, so all you have to do is bring your drinks in there. We especially love working with young kids that are like graduating school, or just we would do anybody from 7-year-olds all the way to I've done 60-year-old birthday parties for the party bus. So it's something that allows you to have a group of your friends and closest family members to just enjoy each other, and we just provide the entertainment for that.
Got you, got you. So what type of packaging do you have going on right now?
So right now, Monday through Thursday, we run on a 2-hour schedule. You can do up to 2 hours. It's 50 per hour for our 15 passenger, and then 190 for our 30 passenger. And then on the weekends, it's 175 per hour for 15 passenger, and 210 for our 30 passenger. Normally, what we do is we try to give extra time. So right now, we run a special. If you do 3 hours, which is our normal rate, you get a half an hour for free.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you can party that way.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So are you guys gonna keep running the party bus throughout the whole winter to into next year, or is there a pause or a break?
No, I'm gonna run it all the way through. Normally winter is when the scooters dying down. That's when pretty much the party bus picks up. So we're running, due to COVID, I'm only running the 15 passenger right now until it's settle down. Don't want to give people the option to have too many people together. So we disinfect all the buses pretty much every other day. I'm in there cleaning it up, making sure I'm sprayed. So I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that the environment is a safe environment for the people that are riding with us.
Got you, and that's very important. So, are you guys supplying masks and hand sanitizers and stuff?
We supply hand sanitizers. We do not supply the mask. Most people bring in on their masks and things like that.
Got you.
But I think it'd be a good idea to have a box of masks in there just in case somebody that doesn't feel comfortable. I think that's something we can buy. But we do supply hand sanitizers on the bus.
Okay, awesome. So, how many days ahead of time do you require somebody to schedule with you guys or book you guys?
We like to get about a week notice. I mean, at most part, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I've had the day of, I've had the day before. All my bus drivers are CDL certified and insured through, and they have experience driving buses. I don't try to pick anybody that drives cars. So, we try to create a safe environment for the drivers, but I also have to give notification in order to do so. If you get, and people are very random in booking, so the earlier you book, the better it is.
Mm-hmm.
You go on our website, everything is done mostly through the website.
Mm-hmm.
You go on there, you book it, and it will ask you to pay the deposit of $150 plus the taxes of your total ride.
That's amazing. So your boat buses says 5-star party bus on outside?
Well, one of them says something different, but it does have 5-star written somewhere on it.
Yeah.
One of the big bus actually was somebody else's bus in the past. We bought from them.
Got you.
And they had this beautiful mural on it that says something different with the skyline of Nashville. So we just kept it on there.
Yeah. Got you. Okay, guys, look for the 5-star party bus. All right. So let's get into this other business of yours that I really want to hear more information about. Is the Canapa Fiori? Fiori. There we go. Tell the listeners a little bit about it.
That one is meant to confuse people.
Oh, well, it worked.
Yeah, the whole name is meant to confuse because I figured if people are confused, then they'll research about it, especially with it being something so new. But yeah, so it's called Canapa Fiori.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that. What does that consist of?
Okay, so Canapa Fiori, again, happened at the Hookah Lounge. It started at Aladdin's, and again, me and my best friend sitting there. He actually came up with the thought process of it because we always smoked hookah, but there's no other option for somebody like me that doesn't smoke tobacco.
Right.
On most hookah lounges, all they have is tobacco versions. So at that time, I didn't have any options. So what I did is I bought my first plant at that time. That's when hemp became a craze. Everybody was on hemp, CBD.
Yeah.
So I went to my first hemp plant over in Chattanooga, a hemp store in Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
And this is before any hemp stores were in Nashville. So I went to Chattanooga, bought my first hemp plant, which was like $4,000 for $100, and I was scared because I was like, man, somebody's going to arrest me because it looks so much like weed. So it's pretty much something that I experimented with in the process of actually turn into a shisha. Mm-hmm. And the main reason why is because mine is more of a health reason. So a lot of people, I'm very observant. A lot of people smoke hookah, but a lot of people don't know what's in it. Like, it's a social thing. So it becomes, hey, 3 things. I go to a club. I'm going to go to the club. I'm going to get me a drink. And if they have hookah, I'm going to get one. Not actually understanding what is in the hookah. So, once I understood why, and for me, like I said, it makes my head hurt, my chest hurt. I don't understand for the life of me how people do it. So, I wanted to give people a different alternative to that. If you want to do something social, do something that's healthy. So pretty much that was built out of experimentation with the hemp plant, and eventually, we started actually doing test runs. So we did our first test at a friend's house. Invited about 15 people that tried it. They loved it. There was there was a good response. So we decided to do an event at a coffee shop, and we put the tickets out there. First nervous thing or whatever, and that Friday we had 30 tickets sold. So we knew there was some kind of interest there.
Yeah.
And I think we ended up having like 55 at a small coffee shop. So the next time we did the event, and the event is pretty much just showing people how to, showing off the product. So pretty much people will come in, they'll buy their ticket, they'll bring their friends, they'll smoke the hookah. We'll give them all 5 flavors that we had, and then we go from there. The next event, we had to turn people away from the door. So that's when we knew that we really had something going, as far as like the interest of it. So it's just been something that we've been building off, and improving the product. We ended up having it in 2 stores in Atlanta, Happy Hookah and Hookah Hookup. And that's the new location. Willie B's over on Buchanan has it. You can go over there and have an option. So now we created a thing that people can actually do and have an option. So if you go to Willie B's, you can order regular. You can order your regular shisha if you want to, but you can also get a Canapa Fiore hemp hookah, and it's been really well received. We sell it over at the Hemp Pharmacy and a store called Inspired in Clarksville as well. So, it's something that's still growing, but we've built a market for it, and done people, and it's also educated people about the health benefits of hemp overall.
That is amazing. So are you saying that yours is natural ingredients?
100% natural ingredients. There's no tobacco, not a drop of tobacco, nicotine, or tar into it.
Oh wow!
Pretty much, we just took out the tobacco and replaced it with hemp. So it's all hemp flour that is used. So, and I think a lot of for on the educational part, a lot of people think that when you smoke hemp, you pop on a drug test. There's no THC in it. It's all pure CBD. So. That's the plant that CBD oil is extracted from. So you're smoking the plant at its purest form. So everything that you smoke, that you can inhale, it does not give you a headache. You get your body relaxed, but it's pretty much like smoking medicine.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting to know. So are you doing like flavors, or it's just all natural?
Yeah, well, no. So we have 5 flavors right now. We have a blueberry mint. Like I said, all the ingredients that we use are all natural, so nothing in there's harmful.
Gotcha.
But we have 5 flavors. We have a blueberry mint, a lemon mint, peaches and cream, watermelon, and one that I call Jamaican Me Irie, which is a mixture of strawberry and mango.
Oh.
Mix, and then we have an exclusive flavor exclusive for Willie B's, which is what we call a good. So it's more like a gummy bear flavoring.
Oh wow! Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love this idea. It's really good. It's really good. I just want to ask you for your websites for the dash scooters, the Canapa Fiore, and the party bus.
The dash scooters is dashscooterrental.com. You just type, or you could type in dash scooters in your Google page, and it will pull up. We are the first company that pulls up. If you put in dash scooters or scooters in Nashville,
Awesome.
you book everything online. Everything is there. You can sign your waivers, the whole 9 yards, and when you get to the location, we'll have the scooter ready for you. And then you have the party bus is natural 5-star. No, it's 5-star natural party bus.com. And again, you can go online. Everything is booked for you. You can do everything online. It's very seamless. And then with Canapa, it's Shop Canapa Fiore. That's CANAPAFIYORI. And you can order from there, or you can reach any of us. You can reach all our social media platforms as well, so people can order through that as well. So, but all the websites, you can go check it out. Check out our story that's on the website, the reason why we do what we do, and just give people an opportunity to have fun. If you want to see the city, in a cool way. You can do Dash. If you want to party with your friends, you can do 5-star. And if you want to smoke something that's much healthier for you and still be sociable, you got the Canapa Fiore.
Got you. Awesome. So I'd like to take this time and congratulate you on your honorary for the 40 and under.
Yeah,
Can you
the 40.
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Ironically, on that award, my best friend had won that award in his work in politics and things like that. I'll say about 6 years ago, and I remember telling him, this is before we even did any business, and I remember telling him that I wanted one of those awards. I'm like, man, I'm getting older. I need to get one of those awards, and randomly I got an email that says somebody nominated me for it. So, it's a blessing. I know that God is working favors in my life. So, I'm definitely honored to do it. I think it's my first award. So
Wow.
I'm very here. I'm like a kid at a candy store. So
I know.
they better not let me have a speech time, because I'm taking all of it. I'm taking all the time.
Well, I honestly feel like you deserve it because you've been hustling for a very, very long time now, and you've been planting your seeds, and now they are growing. And I congratulate you.
Thank you very, very much. I definitely appreciate that, and I'm just hoping, I know it works as far as the hustle.
Yeah.
I hope I inspire some kids out there to be like, right now my daughter has started a cake pop business.
Oh.
So I'm trying to inspire her to do her own business and work for herself. And, so I'm glad that, it's being recognized, and hopefully I can inspire somebody to take a plunge and take a chance.
Awesome. And that's what we need right now. We need great leaders to inspire the younger generation. That is exactly what we need, and you are doing a really, really good job. Keep up the good work. Don't ever stop. Just keep going. I love it. Well, anything else you'd like to say to the listeners?
No, I just want to thank you for giving the opportunity to be on your platform. I hope that anybody, people that listen, learn something, and just follow your dreams. So I definitely, like I said, I appreciate the platform that you have, and I'm honored to be on it.
Thank you so much. I'm happy for you to be here. I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to be here. And I wish you enough success. Have a great and blessed evening.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Clarence, so much for being here. Thank you for the listeners just joining us today. Thank you for your constant support. We are just here to empower, inspire, and promote and showcase Black businesses in the community that's doing great things, and also helping other Black businesses in the community. So it's all about promoting our people. And I thank you for listening every Thursday. I promise to bring you great people every Thursday. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed evening.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're about upliftment and entrepreneurship, this is the place for you. So hit the subscribe button. We thank our sponsors: Canvas Queen, All Legends Cleaning Service, Majesty Auto Repair,